Katy Perry's new single is a serious streaming disappointment. Katy Perry finally kicked off the latest era of her career as a pop superstar a few days ago after much waiting. The singer released her new single Woman's World, which she'd been teasing for weeks and which fronts her forthcoming album 143. While the song arrived with a splash, its performance on streaming platforms has turned out to be very disappointing. Woman's World was released on Thursday, July 11, though it dropped very late in the day. The pop musician shared the cut ahead of the massive new releases that happens every Friday at midnight, which is when the new tracking frame begins. While the tune was technically available on Thursday, those few hours didn't make much of an impact, and it didn't register on most platforms until Friday, July 12. On Spotify's US-specific chart, Woman's World debuted at number 110 after Friday finished. That's a fairly low starting point for the latest highly anticipated tune from one of the most famous women in the music industry. Sadly, things didn't get better from there. After just one day on the ranking of the most streamed tunes on Spotify in America, Woman's World disappeared. It never cracked the upper half of the 200-spot list, and it hasn't managed to return to the roster yet. That's a shockingly bad run for a single that must have cost millions, including promotion and a big-budget visual. Perry earned the 18th loftiest debut on the US Spotify list after Friday. She came in behind most of the tracks from Eminem's new album The Death of Slim Shady Coup de Grace, which was the big release of the week. Rappers Ice Spice and Central C also beat her as well with their new collaboration. Woman's World experienced a similar ride on Spotify's daily global chart. The single launched at number 58 after Friday on the list of the most played cuts all around the world. Then, just as was the case in America, it vanished, so far, for good. Perry was looking for a huge comeback hit with Woman's World, but this lackluster performance on Spotify doesn't instill much confidence in the tune's future chart success. The song did rise into the top 10 on the US iTunes ranking for a while, so it did enjoy a day or so of very strong sales. The music video is also performing well on YouTube, but that might not be enough. These days, streaming rules the music industry. Most albums and songs need to rack up millions upon millions of plays in order to chart. If they don't, huge sales sums, radio play, or YouTube domination are required to reach and then remain on a number of Billboard tallies for weeks to come. Woman's World might not be able to earn a massive debut, based on its underwhelming welcome at streaming.